What up? What up? What up? What up? What is? What it do? You know who it is? Who are you? We back again with the fellas from the 22 twos. We here talk to y'all in the off season about the NFL because that's what we do. Because a game of football is such a great game. Like we have to talk about it year round. Not to mention, crazy things are happening regarding these guys right here. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it. Moderator extraordinaire, Mr. Too Smooth Too.
No. Don't kick it to me. We coming right back to you because you wearing a hat right now. You are the representative for Big Blue. New York Giants signed Russell Wilson to a 1-year, $21 million deal, 11 guaranteed. You could assume the rest is incentives. You know, Ciara's coming to New York, big market. She's going to try to do some things, try to make some money on this side, you know, help the household. I wonder if they go 50-50 because, you know, that's a big topic on social media all the time. But, you know, we got Russell Wilson, the franchise that has never had a black quarterback now has 2 on the roster. We just signed.
Might be 3 soon.
They did, man. They had Tyrod. They had
not the franchise
not the
starter.
Starting quarterback. Was it Dave Brown that they drafted from Duke? Wasn't it that kid? That guy?
Let's get into it.
We got Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. You know, of course, the question now is, what do we do at 3? What are we gonna do? Is it gonna be Shador? Is it gonna be Travis Hunter? If he's there, we gonna trade back? What are we gonna do? Maneuvers, you've been saying all along, this is gonna be a bridge year. We're not going to bring in a rookie quarterback to start and take over the franchise. There are other holes that we have to fill on that roster. We got to get the O-line upright so they could at least protect the quarterback. You know, we had flashes of brilliance from Tyrone Tracy last year. We're going to continue that. Malik Neighbors, of course, on the outside. Wandale, you know, Slayton's still in the mix. They need a quarterback to get them the ball. And now we got two quarterbacks, one super erratic and the other one on the downside of the parabola, you know, when it comes to his career.
I haven't heard that in a while. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Words you must know.
Yeah, words you must
we
know.
Smart. We got big words over here.
Talk to me about the recent signings and where you think this franchise is headed, at least for next season.
Well, I called it long ago. The Giants need to sign Jameis Winston. Been saying it for a long time now. So the signing of Russell Westbrook. Wow, I like
Russell Wilson.
Russell Westbrook too.
Wrong sport.
Dang. And we need to sign Russell Westbrook. But the signing of Russell Wilson, to me, just creates mid-season quarterback controversy. I was happy with the Jameis move because at least he gets the ball out. Pause.
He's entertaining, yeah.
He's entertaining. He's gonna throw the ball downfield and give the receivers a chance. I think Russell Wilson, as good as he has been in his career, is more of the same what we've seen at quarterback behind that offensive line. It's not something that I'm excited to look at on a weekly basis. I'd rather see Jameis throw picks than Russell get sacked. That said, I think they're gonna do what everyone expects them to do and still draft Shador Sanders with the 3rd pick overall. What they should do is go ahead and trade back, get some draft capital, fill some holes in the draft. Maybe see if they can trade that pick for some veteran players, and just make sure we have conversation in the quarterback room. We don't need anybody to be Drew Lock. We're trying to tank so we can get our
Sean, you are Joe Shane. What are you doing in the draft? Not what do you think the Giants will do? What are you doing now that we have Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston?
This dude right up here is tripping. All right?
Hot take.
Let me just make that clear.
Hot take.
He is tripping. It is a hot take. But New York Giants, listen, the New York Giants have put themselves in a very advantageous position, despite what all the reports are saying. they've addressed, first of all, they've addressed the position that has been in flux, and this is probably the best our quarterback room has looked in the last 7 years. You have a quarterback who is a former 10-time Pro Bowler, you know what I'm saying? Former Super Bowl winner. You got Jameis Winston, who's backing him up, you know what I'm saying? And you put and you know, if Russ gets hurt, because, you know, Russ's durability has been called into question, especially if you know, we lose AT again annually like how we normally do, then, you know, you're anticipating that he may get hurt, and then you have Jameis Winston, who has escapability, mobility in the pocket, and like Maneuvers alluded to, gets the ball down the field. The Giants the world is their oyster right now. They can take Shedeur Sanders, because you see Russell Wilson's on a 1-year deal, right? And then you have Jameis Winston on a 2-year deal. So you have your backup solidified. Or you can take an Abdul Carter. You can take Travis Hunter, or like Maneuvers mentioned,
Will Campbell.
You know, you can team build at this point and build a roster with superstar players that you can place as your cornerstone for years to come. You know,
but that's what they would do. That's what they would do. What would you do? You have the sole responsibility of making that decision on what to do with the third pick. What do you do?
Listen close. I am taking Shedeur Sanders with the 3rd overall pick. He is built, bred, and tailored for New York City.
Right.
And that is who I'm going with the 3rd overall pick in the 2025 NFL draft.
Ooh, Darnell, what can Shane and Dable do? Like, what will be a successful season for the Giants? The Maneuvers mentioned this in the group chat the other day. We didn't get a chance to discuss it, but of course it came across my feed today. The over-under win total for the Giants this season, even after signing Russell Wilson, is 3.5. 3.5.
I saw 4.5.
I saw 3.5 was the first one that came out. Darnell, what's a successful season for them, and do they keep their jobs after this season's over?
No. I think what a successful season for them this year, I'll be honest, man, is probably like 7-10. You know, if they get there, you know what I'm saying? Because that at least shows that they were trying. But I feel as if, like, I think Russ, what I like about Russ, man, is like he's an adult. You know what I'm saying? He's an adult in the room. You know what I'm saying? And that's successful. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I said successful is 7-10. Like, over under, if they get more than 4.5, then that's a successful season. That's what it's called, right? But I don't think we'll get there, and I don't think it's no cause of Russ or anything like that. I just feel as if, like, this coach and this GM, bro, like, the Giants single-handedly ruined Hard Knocks. Like, no team has signed up. I think UNC is going to be the team on Hard Knocks. They have single-handedly ruined one of the greatest shows. The off season is not. You're right. The off season is not coming back for Hard Knocks. It's finished. It's done. You know what I'm saying? They have
That's crazy.
No, FJB, that's for real. Like, it's for real, bro. They're not doing it anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like, you know, like, that's successful. You know, and honestly, bro, I just I like the fact that Russ gives us some level of, like, stability to watch the game, and possibly if we win 1 or 2 games, that's cool. You know, like, we're gonna think about
1 or 2 games.
I mean, they're saying, but, you know, 1 or 2 games extra. That's what I'm saying. A little 1 or 2 extra from
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, like, so right now, are they going to draft the quarterback? I don't think so. I think for the most part, they're going to probably just either trade back, or, I said, it honestly, man, it really depends what happened. Like, nobody knows if the Browns might pick Shedeur either. Let's not run away from that aspect either.
I know you have a point, but we are moving on. We're going to have a special Giant segment for the fans. We are moving on because I know you.
That's what they one thing.
No. We're moving on.
Hell no.
But it's going to be
had an
about
opportunity
Aaron
to have
Rodgers
one more thing.
Listen, we got all these quarterbacks that's been waiting forever. Russell Wilson has now signed. Jameis Winston has now signed. Maneuvers. What is Aaron Rodgers' move here? Is he going to the Steelers? Is he going to the Niners? Or is he retiring?
He's going to the Niners.
Wow.
Gonna go home right off into the sunset.
Go home to the Niners. So it's your boy over there, Brock Purdy. I know they haven't negotiated a new deal, but what's going on?
Listen, we've seen it time and time again. The old veteran, they'll bring them in because they think it'll give them the spark, especially a team like the Niners, who have made it to the top of the hill, just can't get over. They might think, hey, we gave a lot away, bring this guy in. He's done it before. He's a 4-time league MVP. Maybe he gets us over the top. So I can see him going to the Niners. But, I mean, really and truly, only place really left for him to, really go to make an impact is the Steelers. But
yeah, we're gonna see. Good luck to him. More dark rooms and more ayahuasca in his future before he decides to return. Sean, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, the Biddididags, 4 for 161 and 4 for 116 for both of them. The Bengals have tied up the most money on a roster to two top receivers and their quarterback. How is this going to impact the Bengals moving forward, being able to fill the rest of the holes on their roster? And can you win with a style like this with so much money tied up in 3 players?
No, you can't. It's quite simply, right? because you have to be able to retain players in order to be able to build a roster. When how much of their roster is taken up by look, I have it here. $124 million are between 3 players on offense. It's Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. The rest of the cap is about a shade under $70 million. And they still have to draft. They still have to sign rookies. And they still have guys that are out in the wind, like Mike Hilton.
Isn't Hendricks?
One of their better, huh? Trey Hendricks is requesting a trade, right? Which they're hoping happens, because if they cut him, they're gonna have a ton of dead cap money.
Gymnastics.
You know what I'm saying? There's no manipulation with the contract with Chase and Higgins, because everything is front loaded. Those dudes got a crazy signing bonus. You seen them whipping and acting a fool and cutting up in Miami, doing whatever they was doing, celebrating. So it's like they don't give a goddamn about the cap right now. That's up to the GM. They got to figure that out so that they can be in a winning position. But I promise you this: the GM cannot miss in the draft.
He better not. He better not. That's how you build a roster, through the draft. He better hope he hits on that pick. Of course, they locked them boys up, but the Texans did not lock up Stephon Diggs. He is out of there. He is on his way to New England, signing with the Patriots. Darnell, how does this impact the Patriots organization as a whole? Does this help Drake May immediately next season?
It does. Well, I don't know. Honestly, you know what's crazy? I've heard rumors that Travis Hunter might fall to the Patriots. So if that Stephon Diggs trade the signing does happen, that might be a fairly okay offensive thing. I think Drake May, I know the Giants would trade anything right now to have Drake May as their quarterback. I'll tell you that right now.
So Darnell, you're saying that it's Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, Shedeur Sanders, and then Travis Hunter?
Oh no, I think Shedeur gets. I think the Raiders move up to get Shedeur, and I think some stuff's going to happen over there. I think some stuff's going to happen. But I would say this with the Patriots, though,
even with Geno Smith.
I think so. I would say this. I think that the thing about the Patriots, they're trying to find identity, and I don't know exactly what like I said, if I know anything, Vrabel's going to do what Vrabel does, running team. Occasionally throw the ball, but I don't know if he could kind of handle that pressure of having Drake May, by all respect, he's a blue chip quarterback. He was predicted to be pretty high. So let's see how far along the range he gets. And Stephon Diggs could be something to help him mature in that process. You know what I mean? So I won't knock it yet. I won't give it a bad grade. I would give it like a B minus.
All right. While we're on the topic of draft picks maneuvers, Cam Ward said he's solidifying it today on his pro day performance. Performing well out there. Talk to me about if he's solidified, he's going to be the number 1 pick for the Tennessee Titans. And just talk to me about, the top picks overall. There's been enough talk about Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, as Darnell just alluded to, potentially falling. I don't know. I feel like this is one of the most polarizing top fives of all time. I'm sure there's been other ones, of course, but it's just back and forth of where Shador even actually fits, and I even understand at this point why there's a question around what Tennessee is going to do, because they clearly need a position, and Cam Ward's right there.
I just want to start by saying I don't appreciate getting the least salacious of the questions. All right.
Yeah.
Draft question, super easy. You know I'm a University of Miami Hurricanes fan. Ken Ward did what he did during the season. He killed the pro day. Not taking him number one. Like Tennessee would be stupid. Yeah. I think it all comes down to where
does Shador and where does Travis end up? Where do you think they end up?
I don't know. It all comes down to where Shador goes. Because if Shador goes 2, that changes everything. If Shador goes 3, it could still change everything. Because now there are some quarterback needy teams a little further back that may do some things to move up. But I think you put them in whatever order you want, the top 5 is going to be the top 5.
Yeah.
Like, simple as that.
Well, who is the top 5?
Huh?
Is that just based on
the top 5
where you a positional value?
I mean, Ward, Hunter, Shador, Abdul Carter. Who's the 5th?
The 5th is the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
From LSU, Campbell.
So,
and then Mason Graham from Michigan, Ashton Genty. You could throw him in there.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know.
I think Ashton Genty's more like a 10.
Yeah.
I think somebody.
But I mean, as of right now, you know what I'm saying?
I think what you're gonna see is a surprise like you did last year. Somebody's gonna move up in the draft. We got Jackson Dart, and what's the other kid's name?
Possibly the Saints.
Milrow.
Yeah.
So
right? Possibly the Saints straight up.
Yeah. So they're
where are the Saints right now?
I think they're like number 8 or 9.
I thought it was 12.
I think it really comes down to where Shador goes, because that's the chip that has to fall for everybody else to figure out exactly what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I mean, Cam Ward is 100% the lock at number 1. So, I mean, I don't even know why there's any conversation. Like, he showed that he can make all the throws with the flick of a wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. But,
in shorts though, everybody looks good in their pro day though.
Nah, everybody doesn't look good in their pro day.
When was the last time you saw somebody? Let's round this out. But when was the last time you seen somebody not look good on their pro day?
I can't tell you a specific time, but I can tell you that he looked really
That's
sharp.
That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, but you look good and you look great. He looked great.
Yeah.
He looked great. And I think, throwing on air is not as easy as people think it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now.
It ain't easy.
Because not only are you throwing on air, your receiver's running on air. So the timing is different. It's more about the adjustment in your timing and being able to have the timing to throw on air. Like, it's not just about he's on air. It's no defender. Like, it's pretty hard.
All right. Well, we're gonna pause. We're gonna continue to keep the coverage up. Y'all know it's gonna be way more rumors between now and the draft. There's gonna be people moving up, down, sideways, left, right.
Oh, you just been talking for like 20 minutes, bro. Let it go.
No.
No. I want to say one thing.
Well, then you gonna close us out then.
I say one thing to close you out. One thing to close it out. The last thing I want to say is I hear everything I said about Russ. I appreciate it, but we've had some horrible, boring football the last few years. Please start Jameis, so at least it can be fun to watch. And if you don't agree with me, You're nuts.
Y'all know what to
Please.
do. Hit the like,
Follow,
subscribe button,
like,
comment,
subscribe, all
Twitter,
that good
Instagram, all that. Peace.
Peace.